Hello everyone, my name's Lee and I have cancer.
Oh my god.
I know, it absolutely sucks, trust me. But don't worry about me too much, because I have had chemotherapy and I've actually just had my last round not too long ago. So because it's my last round, it means that my life actually might start to feel normal again soon. And to start feeling more normal again, I've decided to get back into exercise. See, I used to be quite athletic, but I went from looking like this before chemotherapy to looking like this after chemotherapy. And I've got to tell you, it is not good for your mental health when you can see before and after pictures to that extent. So as a marker to start my fitness off again, I've decided to give myself a challenge of walking 20 kilometers when I haven't done any walking for nearly 8 months. Now, it's important to note that this is before my operation and after my last chemo. I also need to point out that for this, I did take a friend with me who is a qualified nurse so that I was safe the whole time and not alone. And I would urge anyone else to do the same. If you are thinking of taking on a fitness challenge after chemotherapy or even during chemotherapy, you should either speak to your GP or take someone qualified to look after you, just in case something bad happens. So my walk started in the lovely hills of Yorkshire. The first few kilometres went okay, and I actually didn't feel any different to when I was at home. About 3, maybe 3.5 kilometres in is when I started to actually feel anything from the walk at all, which isn't too bad considering I hadn't moved for like 8 months. I'm about 3.2 kilometres into my first big epic walk after chemotherapy. We're about 9 days post chemo. It's the first day where I've actually felt good enough to try such a thing like this. This is one of my most regularly done walks back before I was diagnosed. And we're about to hit the hardest bit of it, which is just an absolutely massive uphill battle. I won't be able to do the whole thing without stopping, that's for sure. Now, spoiler alert, surprisingly, I actually did manage the whole hill without stopping. So I sold myself short there. I don't know how long it's actually going to take me, but I'll clip this segment and we'll see how long it took me after I've actually done the entirety of the walk altogether. If worst comes to worst, we're calling a taxi. Hola. Hola. Look at his face, he's like, what are you guys doing? I'm watching you. He's thinking, you hop that fence, you're gonna get licked.
It looks easier.
Yeah, I mean, this is not what it was like. This time last year, I was running up this.
And I was dragging behind you.
Yeah, now it's quite the opposite.
It's okay, we'll recover the fitness.
If I manage to do this once a week, I'm sure he'll build up pretty quickly.
And the views in every corner are amazing. There's lamps now everywhere.
Yeah. I don't even think we're halfway up this hill. I'm drenched in sweat. Sounds delicious. I was trying to keep my layers on to get rid of some of the steroid liquid because I've got so much excess water that my body's retaining the water from all the steroids, and I'm trying to get rid of some of that by sweating it out, but it's just not manageable for the whole hill. The hill is extremely steep and the camera will never show you that, but when I'm looking down it right now, it's terrifying. Fun fact, a hill appears less steep on camera than it does in real life due to perspective compression and the two-dimensional nature of a camera. The camera doesn't capture the full 3D experience, including your sense of balance and the visual cues that your brain uses to judge steepness. It's very intimidating, and it's crazy to believe that I've just walked up that small bit and it goes all the way for a long time.
Yeah.
I don't know how much more longer we've got of this hill, but I am really struggling. Doing this safely, guys, you know, if I'm going out with someone who is qualified in medicine, you know, it's the safest way I can do it. She knows what to do. She can keep me alive if I have a cardiac arrest until the ambulance gets here. So far so good. My legs are feeling good. My lungs not as much, and the amount of overheating that I'm doing is really making it the most difficult thing. I can feel my whole body is just heating up far too much, so I'm taking some layers off. Coming around the steepest bit now. And we'll do a bit more filming when we get a bit further. Oh, look at that. Oh
Yeah,
my God.
Carries on.
Oh my goodness. I feel sick. I might vomit, which isn't a good thing. I'd have to, I mean, we've got snacks. We have snacks and drinks. We've got isotonic drink. We've got some Lucozade. We've got some vitamin water. We've got plain water. We've got, you know, we've thought about stuff, but I just feel like nothing can help me right now. I feel sick. If you start to feel sick during exercise, you should consider modifying your intensity. Try to make the workout less bouncy and less intense, and eat more frequently, but with smaller portions. You can also try peppermint or ginger tea and a cracker to alleviate nausea. And if I vomit, that's more dangerous. And I'll be losing, you know, salts, fluids, everything that your body needs, sodium, electrolytes, and I might not be able to replace it quick enough.
Maybe take it slower.
I mean, we're pretty slow already. Oh, this definitely isn't getting done anytime soon. Is this the top of the hill?
Yeah.
Oh, thank God. I honestly didn't think we were going to make it to the top of the hill.
And you haven't been sick.
And I haven't been sick, which I was very, very close to puking, especially the deeper that I breathed in and the more exhausted I felt, the more my stomach was really feeling not good, you know.
There is where we want to go.
So our goal is over there.
Lance Tower.
The goal is over there. I'm feeling a lot better now that hill is done, actually. It's actually crazy how bad you can feel on a hill. As soon as it levels out, I feel like I could go a lot further now. I was ready to quit down there. And we've got some gorgeous views. Got a Lucozade alert, mango peachade. It smells amazing.
High caffeine, 0 sugar.
It tastes actually really good, to be honest. Yeah, no sugar, 6 calories per can. You can't go wrong because we're here to burn calories, not that ingest them. So my hands are starting to get really swollen and a little bit tingly, which I've had neuropathy during chemo, so it's probably something to do with that. But what would you advise, nurse?
You just keep your hands up, not like that.
This is our goal. We are nearly there. So close.
I'm really quite close on the camera. Really is a bit further down.
I mean, yeah, we've still got quite a few, maybe like a couple of miles or something, a few kilometers to go, but we're getting there. And the view, if you pan onto the right hand side, amazing. Look at that. Woo! Beautiful. Great landscape. This is at least we get to look at something, you know. Like, imagine trying to regain my fitness levels on a treadmill. This is a much better challenge than doing it on a treadmill.
Plus breathing fresh air.
Fresh air is good for the body as well. Mental health, walking, outdoors, positivity, let's go. Made it to the path. So this is the start of the off-terrain section of our walk. This bit is going to be a little bit more difficult. It is uphill, but it's also uneven. So the idea is not to break an ankle.
And there is the tower.
There is the little castle that we have actually come to see.
Nearly there.
So, almost there. Way! These stairs, there is a lot of them. But not much more to go actually. We're almost there.
Come on, you can do it.
Ah! It hurts! My knees! Ah! Oh, we made it to the top. Slightly tired. Definitely in a bit of pain.
The wind is horrendous.
It's a bit cold. The wind is like stinging on the face. But the views are just amazing. We're going to show you what it looks like from the top of the castle now. The steps in this are full of crap, so it makes it harder to walk. I see light. Very dark tunnel up here to get and a lot of steps and a very low ceiling that I just smacked my head on. Look at that, that's lethal. Oh, we're at the top. Okay. This is the top of the castle. Look at this, this is amazing. Oh wow, that's the pepper over here. We're at the salt at the minute. And oh my god, that's scary. Oh, nothing gives me anxiety than looking down. It does not look as steep on the camera. Over that way is my friend. She's doing some sort of walking. I do feel amazing. This is the first time I've managed to do this since everything started. Totally accomplished. Massive accomplishment there. Really happy about it. So now we're on our way to the pepper side of it. We've been to the salt, which is the castle. And now we're going over here. It's actually not that far away. It looks quite far away. It takes some time to get there, but almost there now. I still feel good. I don't feel absolutely exhausted. I've got some pain in my knees and on the bottoms of my feet. I feel like maybe the friction between the sock and the shoe isn't ideal. I'm also wearing the wrong kind of socks. I usually wear sport socks, but I haven't got those today. Big mistake. But other than the slight discomfort, nothing's feeling bad. When I was walking up the hill, I really did feel like I was going to have to stop, but I've completely recovered from that, and I feel like I can actually do this. So let's go. Up there, that is the pepper. The views are still amazing, of course. The whole way round is pretty nice. I feel pretty good, to be fair. At this point, I'm at the stage where I could happily just stop and sit down, and it would feel amazing to sit down. My hips are starting to hurt a little bit. My legs are definitely starting to ache now. They have done really well, to be fair. We're about 5 kilometers in, so we're not doing too bad. Still a long way to go though. The distance isn't the hard bit really. The first bit of the entire walk is the hardest because of that massive, long, strenuous hill that we've already done, and that bit really knackers you out for the rest of it. So that's the only bit that sucks. The rest of it's a lot easier, so I'm hoping that with it being not as difficult, I should be able to get through. So here we are, salt and pepper. I've seen both of them now, and this is one of my favourite walks. It's the walk I always did. I did it like maybe 3 times a week or something. It is quite hefty, and it's crazy to think that I used to be fit and healthy enough to do this multiple times a week with 0 pain afterwards, and still go into work full time. That's crazy to me, but I will get that back. We will get there.
Look at the views.
The views are absolutely amazing. The landscape here is gorgeous, and to think that we live so close to it, it's just so nice. You don't get better than this unless you go abroad, of course. So we've made it back to the road again, thank the Lord, because we had our first injury. I managed to roll my ankle on a giant rock on the uneven ground, and it really hurt. I don't think I've sprained it or anything. It was just a little bit of pulling on the side, but we're going to have to keep an eye on it, because if it starts to swell, then it could be the end of this challenge. A little bit of a snack break. Well, it's not even a break, we're not even stopping. It's literally just walking. I'm going to eat my snack as we're walking, try not to choke on it. So I've got an OT bar, Cocomel and OT bar, which is from the baby section, but it's got carrot and orange in it. It's made out of like apple and quinoa, and it's pretty much the only thing I can find that doesn't have like rapeseed oil and all that garbage stuff. It could poison me, so limited editions, limited choices. And I've got a full fill brownie protein bar, which is full of junk. It just needs calories in. Otherwise I'm going to run out of energy quick, because I am starting to feel a bit drained now. I am starting to feel like I need a little bit of something, a bit pick me up. During exercise, the body relies on ATP for muscle contraction, but ATP stores are limited. In order for activity to continue, ATP must be continually resynthesized, especially during prolonged or strenuous activity. If ATP stores cannot keep up with the demand, then your performance will struggle due to fatigue.
How are you call them? There is 4.
Wow, we're doing a little chase on each other. Thank you. That little castle right there is where we were before, which is crazy if you think about it. We've walked quite a long way. Like all this farmland, it sort of makes the walk a lot longer than what it would be if they weren't around, because you basically have to go all the way around the farmland. You can't go through. So far, my ankle, it feels a little bit fatter than the other one, but it's not. It's a little bit painful, but it's not crazy to the point where I've had to stop. So I think we got away with it there. When I first initially did it, I did think that it was something maybe wrong, but it does feel okay. Narrowly avoided having to give up early. We're probably maybe about halfway or just over halfway to finishing the entire thing. My hips hurt, my legs hurt, my feet hurt, my ankles hurt, and I'm sure your head hurts listening to me whinge about everything that hurts. Other than that, we're doing all right. Spirit-wise, I'm still happy, I'm still going, I feel good, and I'm still very, very extremely determined and motivated to do this. So there is no giving up and there is no stopping. Onward! So it's about 5 p.m. now. Well, it's gone 5 p.m. It's actually started to get really cold. I started this hike off with being boiling hot, wishing that I'd wore shorts and t-shirt and nothing else, to now being absolutely freezing and putting my jacket back on, and actually could do with a few more layers and some gloves probably. So it's just crazy. That's UK weather for you right there. No surprise at all. And I'm absolutely starving. All I can think about is food. I didn't bring enough snacks with me, so I've got to suffer through it now for the rest of the challenge, which is still got ages to go, to be honest. Probably at least another hour of walking.
We might be able to stop in a shop on our way
If
back.
I find a shop, I'm buying food. But from my experience, the reason I liked this type of this actual route is because there is nowhere on the way. There's nothing you can do except continue. No shortcuts. That's what I loved about it, because I knew once I started there was no stopping until the end. I used to run this. I can't believe I used to run this walk. I can barely walk it now. But still going strong, still motivated, still happy, just really hungry. So we took a wrong turn somewhere a while back, actually. We took a wrong turn and we ended up on the same path that we originally came up on, like the giant hill. We were going down that, and that's not the right way. So if we go back down that way now, we're going to end up cutting way too much off the walk. Nope. And it's not going to be like accurate at all, because unfortunately if we go back on ourselves to get to the point of where we should have turned when we didn't turn, that means we're going to have to do that whole massive hill again, at least half of it, and I don't think I would make it up that hill a second time, at least not at the steepest bit. So what we're doing is we've come down this little path that leads into like the wooded area, and we're going to try and extend this walk a little bit further so that we can get more accurate data at the end of it, and actually maybe match the distance that we originally planned to do. It's a bit annoying, but nothing we can do now, it's done. So hopefully we can actually make this more interesting, because now we're going into uncharted territory that I've never been before. So we could get lost. Who knows? Could end up having to live off the land for the rest of my days. It's the wood now, so we've just come up this little path here. That is where we haven't been before, and all here is just woodland and a path that we're walking up. No idea where it leads to or where we're going to come out at, but we're going to give it a go. Okay, this definitely is not any better than the road. This is very steep and it's uneven wooded ground. Totally unsafe. To be honest, it's actually harder than just going down the road, the tarmacked bit, but hey, do you know what? Life's for adventures, and we've found this now. We've gone for it, and we're just gonna stick with it and see where it leads us. See what we can find. Probably just more woods. And to be honest, I'm boiling hot again now that we're down the mountain. I think it was just cold because we were high up. It is pretty though, to be fair. You know, the views are a bit different when you're in the woods, but still like it. Yeah, like I say, it's actually getting really hot again now, so I might have to take some layers off again, which is a bit annoying. I wish that the temperature was just, you know, more like more manageable, not up and down. Right, so we've hit a bit of a snag here. There's some steep. It does not look steep on the camera, but I assure you it is. The view is gorgeous though. Look at that. Oh yeah. I mean, as steep as that hill is, that's as steep as we're about to go. And we're just getting deeper into the woods.
Are we going down then?
Yeah.
Or should we try to cross again?
Whoa. Huh?
Should we try to cross again?
Well, nah. We're going down, aren't we?
Okay. We want to come out the same way we went in.
There is a little bridge down there that we're going to try and find our way to. To be honest, the worst bit...
Just follow a path.
Yeah, we're following the path. The worst bit about this fallen tree in our way is my feet are absolutely killing. Like the pressure against the... I'm going to have to either jump over it or under it.
Under.
It's all right for someone whose knees bend properly. I can't get under that. My knees don't bend far enough.
Down there.
I have to go down or over. This is not what I expected to be doing today at all. Oh, that's it. Woo! Right, what an adventure this has turned out to be. Woo! Heck, this is... Woo! Oh my god. Right. Oh my god. Oh. Right, my ankles hurt, my feet really hurt. This is a lot more strenuous than I originally anticipated, and this little extra adventure was probably not the best idea, but life is for living at the end of the day. My feet are chewed, right? My feet are definitely chewed. I've got blisters, I can feel them. Big blisters, very painful. I might have even pulled a few toenails off or something. They're very, very sore. There's these little spiky trees everywhere, these little bushes that aren't nice. They're pretty much just tearing up my clothing at the minute. Look at this, got to get through all this now. Little flies everywhere, I think they're just midges though.
Definitely not walkable.
Oh, thank God we've made it. I can see the path now. We've just got to get down this last slopey bit, which is pretty scary because there's a massive frigging edge. Look at that. It doesn't even look like an edge, but it really is. It's steep as hell, this is steep. Does not look it on the camera. Right, oh, we made it to a path. Oh, right. Oh, thank God. Oh, normality. Oh, it feels so good to be flat. Honestly, that was really hard. That was, I am sweating. Whew. I feel a bit tired after that. I feel like that's took a lot more energy than I expected it to. I'm not sure how far away we are from where we're supposed to be right now. This has turned into a survival mode, really, because we don't know where we are. But yeah, so we're on flat ground again now, so I feel a lot better about that. My legs hurt though. I'm not feeling hungry anymore. I feel just more a bit like sick, so don't know what's worse really. We're on flat land. We've made just some lovely water. Look at that, gorgeous. If you're ever stranded, they always say to make your way to the water so you have something to drink. This is just lovely to be on flat ground again, to be honest. I'm still very hot, but that uneven surface was absolute, madness for the feet and the legs, and that were already sore. I do feel a little bit drained, a little bit weaker, definitely a bit tired. Like if I had like an easy way to just give up now, like if I could just magic myself at home, I might sneak home for a little bit of a sit down. But because that's not possible, I've got to just push on. And I'm still pretty motivated to do that, to be honest. I still want to continue this to its end. And I want to make sure I do get the mileage. I don't know where we are. No idea. There's a few houses around.
I think it's
just come out of. Some lambs up there. Got no idea, to be honest.
Beautiful river.
There's some beautiful water and river area. Yeah, we're coming down like a gravelly path, and who knows what we've come out at. But do you know what? Feeling good, feeling motivated. It's really nice, to be honest. That little treacherous off-route bit that we did was actually quite nice. Definitely a few old ankles, a few swear words here and there, and a bit grumpy because I really feel tired, and there was a lot of spiky bushes that kept hurting us. To be honest,
should we rent this?
Yeah, we can rent that house.
Yeah,
quite nice actually.
Nowhere.
Look at that amazing house with that balcony and everything.
Wow,
it's amazing. Massive
I
garden.
bet that's like £2,000.
It'd be about $2,000 a month to rent that. Yeah, probably. It's a big house. It looks like it's got about 4 or 5 bedrooms, and it's got a garage.
Looks listed though.
Well, it doesn't matter if it's listed if you're renting. Oh, it's really nice. But yeah, I'm feeling all right. We're almost at the end, I think. We are nearly there. Close. Okay, so we've made it back to civilization, buildings and people everywhere, which is a good sign, but we're so close and yet so really far away still. Like it feels like we've got a long way to go still.
All I can see is graveyard, no people here.
Yeah,
Very quiet.
It is quiet actually for a Saturday. To be honest, it's really quiet. There is hardly anyone in the park that's usually really busy. So yeah, we're just plodding along at this point. I'm just feeling it now. I feel really tired, really drained. My legs really hurt. My feet are in bits. I've definitely got some blisters coming on. I can feel them. Other than that, I'm doing all right. Hunger still there, but I still feel a bit sick as well. So I don't know which feeling's worse. I might feel sick because I'm hungry. I don't know.
Yeah, I think so.
I've got no idea what's going on, but my body isn't liking it. It's definitely.
There is a shop down here. We can go there.
Yeah, we can go to the shop
to buy something.
Yeah. View. Walking towards that. Oh, so we did manage to find a shop. Thank the Lord.
I knew it was there.
We found some snacks. We tried to get some healthy snacks. I've got myself a sandwich. I'm not really supposed to eat ready-made sandwiches, but I'm feeling like because it's 9 days post chemo and because I've had the white blood cell injections, I'm hoping my body's got the strength to fight off any bacteria in the sandwich.
In the hospital, they serve you sandwiches like that anyway. They say you cannot have them, and then
yeah,
they
say
serve
you
you
can't have them. Yeah. To be fair, if not, it just means an explosion in a bush somewhere. I also got a protein shake and some more water because we were really running low on drinks. We were like desperately running low on drinks. So far it's going well. I'm absolutely exhausted though. How are you feeling? Yeah, she's good. Might be smiling into the camera, but I'd be fooled. I'm in a lot of pain. But I'm not giving up. We're almost home. And then I'll have to see what the distance is like and see if I've actually managed to complete it or not. We don't know yet. We'll see. Oh, okay. So we've actually come to a point where we've sat down for the first time in this entire challenge. We haven't stopped actually from the whole way. This is the first time we've sat down. 3 hours and 25 minutes in, and almost 10 miles. I don't think we're going to get enough distance in to do the challenge that I wanted to do, to be honest. I wanted to be able to do 20 kilometres, but we're nowhere near that, and we're almost home, and everything hurts, so I probably won't go beyond. Like, once I'm back home, that's it, I'm going in. Feel much better after that sit down and snack. The microphones have died, so the audio might sound a bit off, but we've not got much longer to go, probably about half an hour's walk. And then we'll have a look at all the stats, see how many calories we burnt, etc. I'm feeling a lot better now. Actually, I think all I needed was a little bit of a pick-me-up. So, yeah, if you're ever dying out on a walk or something, just try and find a shop somewhere and get yourself... I just had a sandwich. So, finally made it home. Absolutely knackered. Final results. We did 9.8 miles, which is about 15.7 kilometres. So, just over 4 kilometres off what I wanted to do, which is so annoying. I definitely could have got those last 4 in if technology wasn't dying and if I was a bit further away, and if I actually did the route that I was supposed to do, I would have done it because I would have just pushed through. But getting home, my feet are in absolute bits. Everything hurts, my legs hurt, all in agony. It's going to be some good leg pain tomorrow, I reckon. And I'm absolutely exhausted. I feel so tired. I feel like I could go to bed now, happily. It's literally 7 o'clock and it started to get dark outside. So in about an hour's time, I reckon it would be dark and we'd be walking home in the dark, which isn't pleasant, not fun. Definitely don't recommend. So yeah, just absolutely exhausted now. Now that the walk was over, it was time to start looking at some statistics and to compare this walk to the one that I did before I had chemo. Before we go on to that part of the video, I'd like to know if you liked this video and if you want to see some more content from me. If you did like the video and you'd like to help me out, then please do all of the things. Apparently this can really help on YouTube. So as you can see, I did 9.81 miles altogether, which is 15.788 kilometres. The total time it took me was 3 hours and 52 minutes, with a heartbeat of 102 beats per minute average. The pace stayed regular at 23:39 per mile. and I managed to burn a total of 1,152 calories altogether. Let's go. This next picture shows some further information regarding the step count, in which I did 20,642 total steps, which is double my usual goal of 10,000 steps per day. So how does this compare to the previous walk before chemo? Well, as you can see, the walk didn't actually come up to 20 kilometers altogether. It was just shy of 20 kilometers. So I didn't actually do too bad in terms of distance. But as you can see, the pace is completely different, and I was a lot faster before the chemo when I was at my peak. I also managed to burn more calories and complete it in less time. So there we have it. Although I didn't actually finish or get to the goal that I wanted to, I still performed very well for someone who's just finished 6 months of chemotherapy and who currently still has cancer in their bodies. I guess what we can take away from this is that if you are someone who's going through something different, like cancer or another change that can affect your fitness levels, don't worry too much, because although I may look completely different, my lung capacity and my resting heart rate hasn't changed that much. So if there's one thing I want you to take away from my video, it's that you should never be too harsh on yourself and give yourself the break that your body actually needs. Don't push past warning signs, and don't ignore your body when it's telling you to stop. That's the end of the video. I hope you really enjoyed it. Please give it a thumbs up if you did, comment to let me know what you thought, and subscribe if you want to see more content from me. Thank you so much for watching.